What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sneaker Huddle. I'm your host, JR Dunlap, and today is a very special day because we're going to be talking about how you can manually cop the hottest release of the year. And of course, we're talking about the Travis Scott Jordan 1s. These things are absolutely amazing. There's no other way to put it. Capping off his record-setting Astroworld tour that grossed $34 million in the first 3 months, Travis Scott continues to prove to us that he is far beyond a rapper. The Grammy-nominated artist applied to the Harvard University Graduate School of Design, where he plans to study architecture. In December, Scott gave a talk at Harvard to a master class on creativity. And you can really see how creative Jock Webster is, which goes by his performance name of Travis Scott, is as a person if you've ever been to one of his shows or owned a pair of his Nike Jordan sneaker collaborations. Travis Scott's creativity really carries over into this Jordan 1 silhouette, and that is why it's by far an early candidate for Sneaker of the Year and the most hyped sneaker of the year. The overall goal of this video is for us to beat the bots, and it's going to be very difficult to beat the bots, but we're going to put a game plan together in this video. So if you haven't, guys, please do smash that subscribe button to stay 100% up to date on all hype sneaker releases. And right now it's time for Name That Beat. If you know exactly what Travis Scott beat that is, please put it down in the comments below. And without further ado, guys, let's get straight into it.
Ride it with my folks, hell yeah, boy, we G'd up. Feeling like a million, knowing the level you can't reach.
Now, first objective of the video, let's explain how a sneaker draw works and what you have to do to maximize your chances in taking a W on release date. Now, the Travis Scott Jordan 1s have finally been loaded onto Nike sneakers, and they are scheduled to drop via Leo drop. And a lot of you out there might be wondering, JR, what exactly is a Leo drop? Unlike a first come first serve release, these drops are an inline queued launch. When the shoe you want becomes available for purchase, you press the purchase button, and after you enter all your information, the button converts to pending. You may also be converted to a page that says you are in line to check out in a few minutes. Now, this is the most important moment. Within a few minutes, Nike selects winners from everyone who pressed the purchase button. If you were fortunate enough to win, you'll be transferred to a page saying that your order was successful, which is the famous got 'em page that we love to see so much. And if you lose, we get the dreaded your size was sold out. So at the moment, Nike has these loaded onto the sneakers app as a Leo drop, which a Leo drop, you have 2 minutes to enter as many accounts as possible. And for a DAN release, which is a DAN release, this is a system that Nike reserves these types of drops for their most limited releases. So I'm very surprised at the moment that this is loaded onto Nike sneakers as a Leo drop, because I would expect this to maybe possibly change to a DAN drop. Which a lot of you may be wondering, what exactly is a DAN drop? We just went over what exactly a Leo drop was. So a DAN drop is when the shoe releases. You'll be prompted to enter into a draw. So it's pretty much a drawing. A lot of people call these a sneaker draw. They don't even call them a DAN, which the winners will be chosen after a 10-minute period. Now, one secret that a lot of people are unfamiliar about when it comes to a drawing, you can log out of an account. Well, don't log out of the account before you enter, of course, but you can enter for the Travis Scott Jordan 1s if this is a drawing, log out and log back into another one of your accounts on the same device and enter in that account also. The faster you can log in, the more accounts that you can enter into the draw, and the better your chance of winning becomes. So right now on the screen, guys, I'm gonna put an image up on the foot maps, and as you can see, there are very few retailers that are gonna be receiving these sneakers. And when it comes to like Foot Locker, if you do not have $2,000 spent in your account, then most likely the chances of you winning this reservation are slim to none. So I don't mean to be discouraging, but Foot Locker pretty much goes off who has the most dollars spent in their account, and it's kind of first come first serve on that basis. Your best bet to cop these sneakers are gonna be through one, raffles, which I will link down below in the video description. If you click on that link, it'll take you to our Twitter account. I will post all updated links and raffles on our Twitter account. Be sure to give us a follow at Sneaker Huddle while you're there. We'll do everything we can to make sure that we find all raffles that are out there that are possible to maximize your chances of getting your hands on a pair of these sneakers. Your second best chance is going to be the Sneakers app, and we're going to get to that in just a moment. The chances of winning with only one Nike sneakers account is extremely low, especially for the popular releases such as the Travis Scott Jordan 1s. After you've set up all your Nike sneaker accounts, we're gonna need to download the Google Chrome extension onto your computer if you haven't already, because Nike, not only do they track your IP address, with your IP address, you're gonna have to use a VPN, which is a virtual private network for Nike not to be able to track exactly what you're doing, or you're gonna have to use proxies, one or the other, because they do track your IP address. If you were to try to do this method without a VPN or without proxies, then they would IP ban you. So you're gonna have to use a VPN to do this, or proxies, which I will put more information down below in the video description on proxies and VPNs. So the reason we're on Google Chrome right now using this extension is because Nike, not only do they track your IP address, they do track your cookies, and your cookies are linked directly to the user that you're using. So you're gonna need to use multiple Google Chrome users. And this is exactly how we're gonna set it up. After you've created all your multiple Nike sneaker accounts, open Google Chrome and create a new user by clicking on the icon that looks like a person at the top right corner of the page. Click on Manage People. Once you're going through all the users and linking them to a specific Nike sneakers account, name them differently. Do not name them the same thing, obviously, because it's going to be very difficult to know which user is which, or if you have the same tab open twice, so name them something differently. You will need to create one user for one Nike sneakers account. So if you have 25 Nike accounts, then you're gonna need 25 different Google Chrome users. Now, once you've set all your users up, you should be able to right click on the Google Chrome icon, and person 1, person 2, person 3, etc. should show up. So this is the first option to maximize your chances of copping these very limited sneakers that are going to be dropping on May 11th. So your second option to maximize your chances of copping these sneakers on May 11th is get your friends, your family, your relatives to help you out. Create a Nike sneakers account in their name using their phone number, a different email address, a different credit card that's linked to one of your credit cards. This is the method that I use. When you're creating these multiple Nike sneaker accounts, the addresses have to be jigged because Nike is looking for exact copies. And it's not really Nike physically going through and looking for exact copies. It's a computer animated system that is linking to matches. So say you get the Travis Scott Jordan 1s on 2 accounts and you have the same exact address on both accounts, they definitely are gonna cancel that order. In order to prevent this, you need to jig your address, whether it's the street or if it's the road, whether you can put RD period or ST period. Spell out the word street. You could misspell the word street, you could misspell the word road, or you could spell out the word road. However you want to do it, just make sure that they are not exact copies. Your next best bet is going to be through the foot sites, and for the foot sites, just be very patient. It can take all the way up to 30 minutes to cart on the foot site, so patience is key. And some of you may be wondering, how limited are these Travis Scott Jordan 1s? And unfortunately, to be the bearer of bad news, I'm sure that most of you have already heard this stock number, and the number that I have heard and that I have found is 38,000 pairs, and that just crushes my soul. It crushes my heart. Please comment down below if I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that there's more, like 50 pairs. I mean, it's 50 pairs. No, not 50 pairs. 50,000 pairs or 100,000 pairs. 100,000 pairs, I would be jumping up and down. I'd be running laps around the house. Unfortunately, guys, I think that we're looking at 38,000 pairs of these sneakers. Well guys, you've successfully made it to the end of the video. If you haven't, please do smash that subscribe button to stay 100% up to date on all hype sneaker releases. I have a resale prediction video for this Travis Scott Jordan 1 coming out very soon. These are going to be very profitable, but if you're curious to say you want to cash somebody out for say 600, 700, 800 day of, is that a good decision or not? We're gonna break that down in that resale prediction. So if you haven't, guys, please do subscribe to the channel. God bless and have a great day.